Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Patriot Shield Millworks. I've been out for a little while. I've been trying to keep up with orders and inventory and everything, and trying to keep the shop clean, wrestling with wood prices and all that good stuff. By the way, if you didn't know, the price of wood is way up. So anyway, today what we're gonna be doing, I decided I wanted to get a video out, so I'm gonna try to film this as best I can. This is gonna be a kind of a long one, just because of the amount of time that this project takes. But anyways, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making, these are black walnut slabs. We're going to be making them into cutting boards. That's right, you heard me correctly, cutting boards, or cutting for your kitchen. Believe it or not, walnut is very hard wood, one of the hardest woods. Obviously not the hardest, but it's pretty hard. Sorry, I'm trying to not with the innuendos. But anyways, but we're going to be peeling off all this bark, and we're going to do like a live edge, basically. So it's going to look really awesome. I've done a couple of these already, so I know how to do it. I know what I'm doing. Believe it or not, I have done these already. So I've got my personal ones. One's red and one's blue, and we use Epoxy's way over there. But basically, what we do is we cut them in half, and then after we strip all the bark off, you don't want the bark because it'll over time it'll break loose inside and it won't work. So you gotta take the bark off, cut them in half, clean them up, get them all squared up and everything, flip them over, build like a little box, put them in there, and then pour your epoxy in the middle. So what you see on the live edge is going to be actually flipped over in the middle. So it'll be so these are both going to be black. Mine are red and blue. And I'll show you pictures later on in the video because I don't have them up here with me right now. So, but yeah, let's get started. This is gonna be fun. All right, so like I said, first thing we're gonna do is get all this bark off here, just using some chisels. A draw knife would be awesome. I don't have one because I don't do this very often. So it's really hot in here. I don't know if you guys, I got some boob sweat going on. So it's really hot in here. But anywho, yeah, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna shut up. Obviously the bark is still on that side and this side's clean. So that's pretty much what it should look like. It doesn't have to be this good. You can leave a little bit of that dark brown stuff on there. It's okay. This side, both of these ends are going to end up getting cut off anyways because they're real rough and they need to be smoothed out and squared up. So yeah, but now we're just going to do the other side. I'm going to go ahead and cut the camera off for this part because, I mean, you saw me do that, so you don't need to see me do this one and all three of the rest of them. So, but I will take a second real quick and tell you what we've got in store for a couple of upcoming projects. If you're familiar with those old-timey sewing machine tables, like the foot pedal controlled ones, the old Singer sewing tables, I've got some live edge oak slabs right here behind the camera that are going to be for that. Those are going to be, I'm going to essentially do the same thing that I'm doing with those for this, but those aren't going to be cutting boards. Those are just going to be like end tables for my house because I'm cool like that. But I got them from a guy up the road, who, or I should say a lady up the road, her husband passed away, but she has a mill, sawmill. He had a sawmill, and so now she runs the show. So, but anyway, so I got them from them, and I'm really excited to get those cleaned up and get that project started. Those are gonna look awesome. Again, sorry about the sweat and the sound. My fan's running because it's like 1 billion degrees in here, and there's a storm rolling through right now. So, but we're gonna get these done. It's gonna look good. It's gonna look awesome. They'll stick around. Show you what they do. Show you what they look like. Got all these. Got all the bark off of these slabs here. Cleaned them up a little bit. Sanded them real good. Got all the burrs and everything out the ends. So now what I'm gonna do is trim them up. Cut them in half, trim them up, get them in their final position or cut, whatever, and then we're gonna build our boxes, and that's gonna be a pain in the butt. So. It stopped raining, but now it's just humid as crap. Little weather update for you. So it was just raining a little bit ago. I got the fan on. If I don't know if you can hear it or not, but anywho, I'm gonna shut up about that. Anyways, so I went ahead and got, like I said, I got these edges all done up and good and pretty like. This one's got a little bit of a thing in it. That's okay. I just went ahead and sanded it out real good. So basically it's gonna sit just like this. This one's gonna have a little bit of this is the one that's got a little bit of an angle to it. This one is pretty much just a uniform, pretty much just a straight piece. So, but before I get those set in there, I had to sneeze. Excuse me. Before I get those set in there, I gotta seal all the way around the boxes. On the inside, seal all the edges up with some caulk. So what we'll do is we'll do that, get that nice and good, and then let that dry for about 45 minutes to an hour, whatever. It's pretty fast drying stuff. So we'll let that dry, set up, and then we'll come back, put our walnut back in the forms, and then we'll pour the epoxy. And that's it. Once the epoxy's poured, we'll let them sit overnight they set up for about 24. I usually let them sit for about 2 days. So they'll set up for 24, 48 hours, whatever, until it's hard. And then this is considered a deep pour epoxy, so it might take a little bit longer to set up and cure properly. So once that's done, we'll take them out of the forms, and we'll clean up the edges, sand them down real good, get a finish on them, and they'll be done. So believe it or not, this is the worst part. This part takes forever. So this is just MDF board. I got like 4 or 5 2 foot by 4 foot little pre-cut MDF boards, whatever. And then I just trimmed off a couple of pieces of edges for these to make these boxes. And then you take I already put it up. You take like packing tape and or shipping tape, whatever you call it, and you lay it on the bottom and all your surfaces where epoxy's gonna touch, because it doesn't stick to the tape. It'll stick to the MDF board and rip it into shreds, and it'll be a nightmare. Okay. So as you can see, I went ahead and put the walnut cuts into their forms. I'm a little bit worried about this one because the caulk kind of tore a little bit, but it's a very tight fit, so we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't all come out, but we'll see. I'll throw some caulk on the outsides of it just to make sure. But anyways, so as you can see, I've got 2 different epoxy. We got 2 different epoxy setups here. I'm using this black. This is a black diamond. None of these are a sponsor of my channel or of me or of this build or anything. I don't get sponsored by any. I don't have any sponsors because I'm nobody. But anyways, I'll be using this black onyx, black from Black Diamond. This is just like those powder epoxy color pigments, whatever you call them. I have not used this yet. This is brand new to me, so I've all the reviews and the videos. I spent probably more time than any human should watching epoxy pour videos and how-tos and review videos and all kinds of stuff. on different epoxy products, and pretty much everybody that uses this one, has nothing but good things to say. This is the first one that I ever bought. It was like one of those like Facebook like ads. You know how like Facebook listens to you talk about epoxy, and next thing you know, you have an ad coming across your Facebook feed. That's what happened with this stuff. I bought it. The first two cutting boards that I made for myself, this is what I used, and they worked fine. But I'm not going to be using these today because I don't think I have enough to pour for both of these. Maybe I do. I don't know. So what we're going to do is get these mixed up and add our pigments, and then we're going to go. And these are both going to be black, so yeah. But anyways, that's what we're going to do. Okay, so it doesn't take much. Very, very little. That little bit right there on the tip right there is probably even too much, actually. Nothing on here. That wasn't even enough for that one. It's okay. That's what we'll do. It's alright. It's looking good. So I had to mix up some more epoxy and get it on there, and I totally forgot to turn the camera back on, so that's my bad. But as you can see, that's what it looks like right now. I don't know if you can see the swirl. There we go. You can also see in the reflection, you can see the roof of the ceiling in my shop. So you can kind of see the swirls. That'll be. I had a little small disaster almost happen. The walnut pieces started raising up. The epoxy was getting underneath it, and it was picking it up. So in all those videos that I've watched, they said that could happen. It never happened to me with the other stuff, so I didn't really think it was going to be that big of a deal. But it did. It did happen. So having said that, I'm going to go ahead and finish. This one's done for now. I'm going to let it sit, dry, cure, all that good stuff overnight and over the next couple of days. And then I'll do this one. I wanted to do both of them at the same time just because, but I'm going to wait just because I don't know. I'm pretty sure this one, the form is sealed. I don't think this one is anymore because, like I said, when I was putting the walnut in, the caulk kind of pulled away from it and ripped. So I've had to restructure that a little bit. So I'm gonna hold off on that one for now, and then we'll come back to it in a couple of days or in a day or two or whatever. So, but right now, like I said, we're going to go ahead and end the video here, and let me know what you guys think, of this video, the process, whatever, in the comment section. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate that. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, all of the social media that we have, which isn't much, but whatever. Share this video with your friends. If you see something you like or see something I did wrong, like I said, let me know in the comments. Y'all be good. I'll see y'all in the next one.